The sun we have in our sky is the same that warmed the earth for billions of years and will continue to warm the earth for billions more. This same sun was shining upon the formation of the earth, the first volcanoes, the formation of mountains, and the formation of oceans. It saw the dawn of a single-celled life in the water and the evolution into multicellular life that moved on to land. It shined down upon the first and the last dinosaurs. This sun now shines upon us every day, humans and all the plants and animals that reside on our earth. It's pretty amazing. Let's talk about summer solstice. The word solstice is derived from the Latin word sol, meaning sun, and sestre, meaning to stand still. The Earth orbits the sun and takes 365 days, or 1 year, to make a full rotation. The summer solstice, sometimes also known as the estival solstice or midsummer. Since the Earth is tilted on its axis as it rotates, summer solstice occurs when one of the Earth's poles has maximum tilt toward the sun. This occurs each year in the northern hemisphere, where we live, between June 20th and June 22nd. The same dates in the southern hemisphere is referred to as the winter solstice. This phenomenon results in producing the longest day of the year. That is, the actual hours in the day do not change. It's still 24 hours. However, this day has the earliest sunrise and the latest sunset. This also marks the first day of summer, and the sun reaches the Tropic of Cancer at its highest point. The Tropic of Cancer is named after the zodiac sign and constellation Cancer the Crab, which begins for people born during the summer solstice. For thousands of years, the summer solstice has been observed and may be one of the earliest astronomical observations for humans. It has been universal for humans to treasure this time of warmth and light. It was vital for humans to know the yearly cycle of the seasons for planting and harvesting crops for survival. Both the summer and winter solstices were key dates. The significance of summer solstice varies and was celebrated for various cultural and religious reasons, many based around renewal, life, and fertility, as it was the beginning of the harvest season. Here are some traditions of past centuries. In ancient China, the summer solstice was celebrated in a ceremony honoring the earth, femininity, or the yin forces. The winter solstice, in turn, is celebrated the heavens and masculinity, or yang forces. Together, they create a balance. Rituals on the solstice were held and believed to release dark energy. In Sweden and Norway, unmarried girls used to gather summer flowers and place them under their pillows. Their hopes were that they would dream of their future spouse. They would also dance around the maypole, a pole adorned with leaves and flowers. Even earlier, before that, people would dance around an actual tree in hopes that it would bring fertility to the people and a good crop season. In Romania, girls would dance around a young girl dressed as a bride. In ancient Egypt, the summer solstice coincided with the rising of the Nile River. This was crucial to predict the annual flooding which hydrated the crops. Some beliefs are that the Sphinx and the two smaller pyramids in Egypt were built for this reason, since if you stand on the Sphinx on the summer solstice and gaze toward the two pyramids, you'd see the sun set exactly between them. Festivities in the UK and Ireland focused on fairies, unicorns, and other mythical creatures. In Ireland, people would cut branches of hazel and use them on a search in hopes of finding gold, water, and precious jewels. Today, summer solstice is still celebrated throughout the world in various ways. Many of these traditions have roots from the past, focusing on change, nature, and new beginnings. Some of the celebrations are now centered around St. John's Day, in honor of John the Baptist from the Catholic religion. Wiccans and other neo-pagan groups call it Litha. There are many solstice observances held by New Age and neo-pagan groups throughout the world. Thousands of people, including modern-day Druids and pagans, usually gather at Stonehenge in England for this occasion. Gatherings at Stonehenge to see the perfectly aligned sunrise is a popular tourist attraction. It is believed that this is the reason this man-made wonder was created. Many European cultures hold midsummer celebrations at solstice traditionally to keep away evil spirits and protect the harvest. In China, a dragon boat festival is held every year close to the solstice, so it's usually associated with this. In Sweden, midsummer celebrations take place. The traditions are rooted in paganism and are important to their calendar. These events include people of all ages. They eat traditional foods such as pickled herring, salmon, and potatoes. They wear wreaths of flowers on their heads. They also celebrate by dancing around the maypole and folk dancing. They still continue the tradition of unmarried girls placing 7 flowers under their pillow to try and dream of their future spouse. In Latvia, men and women wear floral or leaf wreaths on their heads. They celebrate with parties of food and drink, bonfires, singing of folk songs, and even cars decorated with branches. Nordic countries such as Norway, Finland, and Iceland all celebrate with huge bonfires. In Iceland, they hold a secret solstice midnight sun music festival that lasts 3 days. In Spain, bonfires and fireworks are popular for solstice celebrations. This is tied to feelings of belonging and mark the transition into adulthood for many adolescents. In Russia and Ukraine, they celebrate some similar rituals, such as bonfires. They also float flower garlands on water and make predictions based on their movement. In Austria, there are hundreds of mountain fires lit to mark this time and to worship the earth. These are visible from a cable car ride in Norway. In the United States, there are summer solstice celebrations which take place every year. These events include local festivals featuring art or music, parades, environmental awareness activities that focus on using natural sunlight as a source of energy, and family gatherings. In some places, day-long yoga sessions are held. Wiccan and neo-pagans are still celebrate in more traditional rituals. The sun has brought warmth and light to the earth for billions of years. This is essential for survival of life on Earth. Thank you, sun.